Good morning, everyone in Facebook land. It is Friday. Everybody likes Friday. It's Happy Friday. Feel good Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I want to talk about poor parenting today because it is very, very sad and alarming to me that we have such poor parenting. Parents that have no backbone. They don't want to discipline their kids. They want to allow the government and the law say that you can't spank your kids, you can't discipline your kids, and you can't show your kids there are consequences to your actions and to hold them accountable for their actions. How is it as a parent that you allow your child to go to school and fail? Meaning they have all F's. They're not passing. They're getting passed on to the next grade and not have any basic skills or knowledge to help them into the real world. How is it as a parent that you poorly put your child down, that you tell your child that she's dumb, that she's stupid, that she's not going to ever amount to anything, and then you bribe her with gifts or you give her an incentive to only do something based on a reward, and you are not helping her to become anything in life or a productive person in life? I'm talking to a specific person and the family members of mine because there's no reason why my niece should be failing high school. She's not dumb, and you as a parent that do not go up to the school or do not call up to the school or do not ensure that she does her homework and that she does what she needs to do in order to become a productive part of society and be able to get a job and maintain being an adult and take care of herself. You really need to be slapped, punched, and hit in the face and in the throat, because that is ridiculous. You are a parent. If you didn't want your children, then you shouldn't have had them. If you didn't want to do what it takes to raise your children and to make sacrifices for your children and to steal education, values, knowledge, wisdom, and work and teach your children something, you shouldn't have had them. There is no reason why anybody's child should be failing school if you're showing up every day and you're getting straight F's. That means you don't do any homework. That means you don't study for tests. That means you don't do anything. How can you feel good about yourself as a parent to allow your child to fail? That means you are failing as a parent. So the reason we have such unruly children and children that don't have discipline, that don't have structure, that don't want to listen to adults, that don't respect adults, because it's the parents' fault. It is completely the parents' fault. Kids emulate what they see. Kids do what they are allowed to do. There is no way in hell that either one of me or my brothers could have ever cursed our parents out, could have disrespected another adult in any circumstance for any reason as a child. And any parent that is allowing their child to do that, you really need to be checked, because children are supposed to fear and respect adults. Not talking about ones that do bad things or that are abusive and abusing their children. A spanking, a whooping, and rearing your child and disciplining your child is not abuse. So stop buying into the BS of I cannot discipline my child, because when you don't discipline your child, well, that's what's going to happen. They're going to run into the streets. The streets are either going to kill your child, the police are going to either arrest your child, and then your child probably will end up committing a crime and then be in jail the rest of their life. That is poor parenting. When your child gets to a certain age and they have to make their own choices and decide who their friends are going to be and who they're going to allow to influence them, that's one thing. And even kids that come from good homes and good parenting make poor choices, meaning they can go out and commit crimes and they can do that. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is everything starts at home. When you look at a child and a child's behavior and what they do and what they don't do and their lack of self-esteem or their confidence, that starts at home. How is it that you're too busy to invest in your own child? You have too many punk parents out here who think they still are here to be having a good time and to live their life for themselves. You gave that up when you decided to have a kid. You did. And I'm very disappointed to say that the people that I'm referring to in this video, you are not doing anything to try to make sure your child graduates high school so that she can go to college or even have a fighting chance of doing something productive with her life as an adult. She has all F's. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And she's not stupid. She's not dumb by any means, but you allow her to be lazy, or you contribute to her laziness and her not being able to do her work and pay attention and some sense of responsibility and understand there are deadlines, there are timelines. If your homework is due first thing in the morning, there should be structure at home and things to implement and teach her to make sure she stays on top of things and does time management. But when your parents are not doing their job, you can't expect the kids to raise themselves. Children are there to learn and to be taught and to be guided and to be given some type of stability in life. And there is no excuse when you don't do that as a parent. It's really, really disappointing that you will allow your child to go through life and not equip them and prepare them for what's in the world. The world is cold. The world don't care nothing about your kid. The world don't care about you. But the moral of the story is, if you don't want to be a parent, don't have kids, because you're not doing anybody any service by piss poor parenting. And it's a lot of piss poor parenting going on out there. And then they expect educators and teachers and instructors to raise their children or discipline their children and teach things to their children that they're not teaching them at home, that they're not reinforcing at home. An educator's job is to help educate your child to learn. But if your child attention span can't sit still in class for more than 10 minutes, why is that? For them to learn something. We all learn differently. You know, all environments affect people differently. I get that. But man, we got to do a better job. It starts at home. And if this message is offending you, that must mean you're a very piss poor parent. And that means you don't have to stay that way. And you can be more involved, and you can do something and make a significant impact in your child's life and in other people's lives. But you don't have to stay that way your whole life. You should want to do better for yourself and for your family. So, thank you for tuning in live this morning, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe, be productive. Love, peace, and soul.